Racing souls with fire inside, chasing dreams where the legends hide. Through the turns, the glory's real. Behind the wheel, we feel the thrill. Papa's house, the crown shines bright. Crazy lanes in the dead of night. Austin GT and Rick B's rain. Grim and the crew driving it insane. Erratic twists and Marley's groove. Magnani's grace with every move. Jackal flies and jesters grin. This is the race where we all begin. C20 wave, buzz the track. Dutchie's roll, there's no going back. Worries pace and TQ stride. Nil and digit, the kingdom's pride. Papa's house, the crown shines bright. Crazy lanes in the dead of night. Austin GT and Rick B's rain. Grim and the crew driving it insane. Legends carved on asphalt's face. Racing royalty holds the space. We honor them, we join the scene. Our favorite racers, the speed supreme. Erratic twists and Marley's groove. Magnani's grace with every move. Jackal flies and jesters grin. This is the race where we all begin. Erratic twists and Marley's groove. Magnani's grace with every move. Jackal flies and jesters grin. This is the race where we all begin. Insane. Insane. Erratic twists and Marley's groove. Magnani's grace with every move. Jackal flies and jesters grin. This is the race where we all begin.
What's up, y'all? What's up, y'all? It's your boy VKG back in the spot, back in the house, back in the mix. How are you guys? Good to see you guys. It's a beautiful day. I actually get to see sunshine now where my rig is, but it's awesome to be back. It's good to see y'all. It's been a long January. It's been a long start to 2026, but it has been productive. Hopefully you guys are being productive, but we're back. I got a new seat, new throne. I'll show you guys this on live when I get to it. Super excited to talk to you guys about all the new updates and all the new space and everything that's going on. But today it's all about Mr. RL250, one of the guys that I've been coming up with, one of the guys that I've raced side by side with. When I go over to visit the UK, every once in a while I'll get good enough to be able to jump in his race. But straight out of England, I'd love to introduce you guys to my good friend, Mr. RL250. What's up, brother? Good to see you, man.
Evening all, good evening Viking. Hope you're well, everyone's well, tuning in.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir. How's the weather out there we're in Lincolnshire, England?
Yes, North Lincolnshire, and it's been raining all week, to be honest. It's not been very good, but today it's 8 degrees, according to the monitor.
Oh my God. And that's
heatwave
eight
February,
degrees Celsius, right?
We're going to take it, absolutely take it for today.
No rain for us, but we have been playing with snow. I feel like we are gonna get a snow, but today it's beautiful, man. Today it's absolute. I'm excited. After this, I'm gonna go on a walk with my dog and the kiddos, and we're gonna enjoy some of the fresh air. But we got you in the hot seat, man. Thank you for being here. Super excited to have you. One of the amazing community members, one of the great ambassadors of Gran Turismo 7 and sim racing all together, man. So I'm really excited to talk about your journey. Really excited to talk about how this has kind of come into your life. Shout out to everybody who kind of joined the chat already. Mr. Chris, Mr. Juvie, LVP, Shalom, Mr. Maik, Nitro, all you guys that got memberships, thank you guys for coming in. Sheldo, I saw you in there. But it's forever content. Everybody can jump back and watch it. Shout out to the PhD team that's going to be starting the PhD World Series, I believe, a few minutes ago. So I don't know. Are you a part of a team when it comes to this Gran Turismo stuff, or do you just ride solo dolo?
No, I'm just RL250. So yeah, I'm in no team or anything like that at the minute,
Nice,
or
nice.
solo.
Have you ever raced in any like league races, or do you kind of what do you prefer? Is it just the daily grind, or do you get into some of the league stuff?
So mostly it's daily races on the channel, but I have raced in the Vi Motorsport League before, which Yield2D, an absolute hero of the community, runs as well. That's a great league. Very highly recommended if you can get in there. That is a very top league.
Yeah, Yo
Uh,
is no joke. I feel like he keeps getting faster. There was a point where I was matching like his times, and then now when I log on, because I don't get to race till like Wednesday, so everybody's pretty well established. But I'll jump on and he is lightning fast, man. Really awesome, dude. Love you.
They all are. I mean, that is so. Yil is one of them. I think there's a few others in there that they're just getting faster and faster and faster, and it's little bits here and there. And I jump on, and I'm thinking, right, Monday, new daily races, we're gonna do it, and then it's like Wednesday, crikey, I'm a second off the pace. But then again, I don't. Well, the combo of the time to put in to get good qualifiers, and all, I guess also I mean, I'm not particularly fast like against these top guys, but we do our
Wow.
best. And I always say on streams that it's the taking part that counts.
Yeah,
But yeah,
for
that
sure.
all of them are just getting faster all the time, and it's like I don't know what
You
I'm
gotta put
doing
it.
or
They man,
what
they
do I need to do.
grind. It's crazy, man. It's crazy. And as I've like, and it's funny because I'm adding more and more things to kind of my immersion level, and it feels like the more immersion I add, the slower I get. So I get more and more frustrated sometimes. And I got to remember like I'm trying to do VR, I'm trying to do motion, but on static, I'm definitely a lot faster. Have you? So you've born and raised in the Lincolnshire or East Midland, England area your whole life. Got a
Yep,
not got a few sisters out there. Went to
yep.
school out there. Ran, went all over the country. Drove trucking. Like we're gonna talk about a whole bunch of stuff. Things you did with your dad, things you've done with your sisters, things you did in school. But take a moment right now kind of just to say hello to everybody, hello to the community and the crowd, and just tell us a little bit who you are and where you're coming from.
Well, evening all. First of all, big thanks for tuning in to the behind the wheel today. So yeah, I'm RL250, and I stream Gran Turismo 7. Been streaming for just over 2 years. Channel's been running for I think just over 3 years. So streaming every week, daily races. We do videos as well of mostly just pretty average videos on car tunes. So if you like earning credits, I do I do loads of tunes every week for earning money on like the three most popular credit grind races in the game. Yeah, the tunes work. They get the job done, uh, and that's what we do there. Uh,
What?
Aside from that, away from the sim racing, we do a lot of into fitness, a lot of running. I'm sure we'll get to that as we go through. But yeah, running and yeah, trucking as well is yeah. So those two things, big parts of coming through to where we are now. And I will do my best not to ramble too much when we start talking about those things because I tend to do that quite a lot, as
No, we're
some of
here
the
to
guys watching
ramble,
the
man.
streams may have seen.
We're here to ramble. We're here to hear your story. One of the things, like I said, behind the wheel is about the story behind the content creator. Like we spend all the time in the world watching you race. One of the things that I love about your channel is especially being a new race fan, like of this, like last couple years. This has just all been introduced to me. Is you're constantly doing like little like facts and know-hows about F1 racing and kind of the history of it, and you're actually really well versed and rehearsed in the history of F1 racing. You've been a fan, what do you say, since all the way since the mid 90s when you got serious
Yeah.
about this stuff. You have a pretty elaborate collection that we'll get into, but tell us a little bit about racing and kind of what that means to you and how, I guess, how we all got here.
I think it's just because so I started watching Formula One in I think 1995, and then yeah, 1995. '96 first proper full season of watching F1, and then really, yeah, just going from there. So remember watching all of it from there, and it was just something that I liked. It was just something that I liked, and I learned quite a lot about it. I'm sure we'll get to my the stuff.
Yeah, I'm
We'll say
showing like your collection
the stuff
already,
that's
man. Like all the stuff that you've acquired over this lifetime race. But needless to say, huge race fan. Huge. This isn't something that you just do because it was a game. So is it why Gran Turismo? What was it about kind of getting into this game? What landed you here to be on this sim in particular?
or Gran Turismo. I started 1997 on Gran Turismo on the PS1, so going all the way back to the very first one, and then so from there, wasn't always Gran Turismo. So we had a lot of F1 in the early 2000s as well. All the F1 games on the PlayStation 2. I think in terms of Gran Turismo, I had Gran Turismo 1, 2, 3, and 4. And then I went to Xbox in the late 2000s. And obviously Gran Turismo is not an Xbox game. So was on Forza Motorsport on there. So yeah, I completed all the Forza Motorsport games 100%. Sunk in a crazy amount of hours completing Forza Motorsport. And on F1 2010, where I used to be a controller player on Xbox 360, with my claim to fame being, I believe, I was the 40th person in the world on F1 2010
Oh wow.
to max out the level cap, playing the game basically for 10 hours a day.
Like, and you got
More
to
than
you got
that.
to hit the 100% every time. It sounds
Oh
like you
yeah,
got to complete the game. That's something about you that the community is going to get to know is at an early age, you were diagnosed with autism and you do a lot of things the things that you do are things that you really get into and you take like all of your focus. So is that
yeah.
something that, with these games, I keep hearing this reoccurring thing, like I got to get it to 100%, got to get it to 100%. Have you done that with Gran Turismo too?
Yes, I have. On my GT7 main account, I do have the platinum trophy. It just has to be done. So yeah, I have done it. Obviously, so because I race on like an American account, Oceania account, I'm not doing it 5 times. I think once is enough to say that
That's
I've done it. But yes, I
wild.
do
How
have
many hours
the
did that take?
GT7 platinum. That took It took quite a while actually because of YouTube stuff. So if I wasn't doing the YouTube stuff, I'd have probably done it. I don't know. I'm trying to think how long it took on F1. So about 100 hours it took on F1 2010 to max out the level cap on multiplayer. So probably the same with GT7.
Holy
Yeah,
smoke.
probably the same with all of like the legend
And what
cars
do
that
you
you got to
get for
wait to
that? When you
buy
get the
and things.
platinum, like what do you get? Is it like 10 million or something?
So for completing the level cap on F1 2010, the award was a 50 game score point achievement that was called Nifty 50. Get to
Okay.
rank 50 on multiplayer. That was it.
That's it.
That was
Oh
it.
my gosh. So the
That was
satisfaction's
it.
truly within.
That was it.
That's
Oh.
crazy, man. All right, so let's kind of go back a little bit. Grew up, went to main school. All right, so you didn't nothing held you back. Was into athletics and cross country really early. Got into running. Why running?
Just something I was good at. I think is the yeah. So yeah. So it's things like team sports and things like basically anything that involved just communication basically and requiring myself to work with other people. It wasn't particularly easy for me to kind of have conversations basically. So running was a solo sport. So I was like, oh, this is brilliant. I can just do what I want. No one's going to tell me what to do. No one's going to shout at me for not taking a corner kick properly. This is great. Love it. So just like, I'm just going to run.
That's actually
And that's
why
what
I
we
got
did.
into wrestling was because I needed a break from team sports and I did a lot of team sports, but in wrestling I felt like I could be my own self. I could do what I wanted to do, my game plan.
Exactly. Yeah. And that's, yeah, the game plan. And that's pretty much how it started. I remember the cross countries in secondary school in like the new year, like this time of year, muddy as anything, and all the kids hated it. I loved it. I was like, yeah, I'm gonna win, because all the kids used to, because my school was pretty it was pretty rough. So you used to tend to find that a lot of the kids used to drop out and just go around the corner to just have a quick smoke, like in between the.
And you live in one of those towns,
But
you
that
said,
was,
like the school is super important. Like everybody went to the
oh
school,
yeah,
everybody knows each other. So what you do
yeah.
like actually matters. Did you ever get like some big crowds? Like how far did you go in cross country? Was it like we have state, regional meets, national if you're good enough? Did you get up into that level?
No, this was just basically, it's something I can do. I'm good at doing it. It keeps me out of trouble in class. That's it. That was that was pretty much it. And the teachers liked it because I was happy and they were happy, and that was it. That was pretty much the whole reason that we did it.
Same for me,
And
man.
and then that
When I
was
was
it.
in season, I didn't get in any trouble. When it was wrestling or football or track season, eventually I started doing everything. But when it was wrestling season, I didn't get in any trouble. My grades were good. I had to stay eligible. I had to bite my tongue a little bit more. But yeah, that's the same thing. Wrestling for me was, it was a ISO sport. I could do my own thing. I could train on my own. By the time it came time for regionals and state, I was basically by myself training anyways. So I can definitely respect that. So it wasn't until later, because we're going to get into like running and how it became such a, huge part of your life. It wasn't until later that you got back into running that it really took off for you.
Yeah, so a bit of a break from it. Uh, so yeah, went through a couple of years out of school, out of college, nothing really to do, and that's when I got the F1 achievement, just from just doing it all day, just like nothing else to do. And then we started. So in that time, taught myself essentially how to use weights and weightlifting, bodybuilding, that sort of thing, training. Got back into fitness, I guess, that way. And then a few years later, when I was on my apprenticeship at my local authority, the council, uh, we found out about a Couch to 5K program that my local running club at the time was doing. I went to that, and that was it. They said to me when I did it, "Oh, you seem to like it. Would you like to join us afterwards for a training session?" And I said, "Yeah, okay, why not then?" And we did a training session, and I think the day later, I joined the club. And that was it, the start of the journey. And that was in 2013, I think August
Jeez.
2013,
So from
the running journey
2013,
began.
so after you got off your butt, you said you were on your butt, and I get it, man. I was on my butt for like 2 years trying to figure out what the heck I was gonna do, just in life in general. Played a lot of video games, more video games than I should. That's why I kind of like, now at least I justify playing my video games, because it's, it's for the channel. I'm doing a whole movement thing, right? I actually moved
Yeah,
everything to, like the living room of our house, so like, the family's more involved. So if you hear my girls running around or anything, the dog knocking something over, it's definitely a live situation now. But running, I mean, you really took off with your love for running. I actually have some more graphics here, kind of starting out in 2013. And it's crazy because just from an athletic perspective, I can see your development physically and probably mentally too, as this probably changed your life. But as we
oh
go
yeah,
here,
yeah.
I guess it's in as chronological order as we can get them, but just kind of walk us through this journey.
Right, it's the start. So here we go. Right, here we go. So here we are. This is this is actually our second race. We did a 5K race before, but I haven't got any photos of that. But this is a 10K race in October 2013. A very cold, wet, miserable 10K. And there we go, running through there. So this 10K race, I ran it in 40 minutes and 48 seconds. You don't forget your run times, never. Your race times to the absolute exacting time. So people were saying to me, "That's a really good time." I was like, "Oh, was it? Yeah, yeah, yeah. That's an amazing time for your first ever 10K." I was like, "All right, okay." So yeah, 17th of November there, 2013, on that photo with my cheapo running
And then we
trainers.
got you getting in the
And
rain here. Like, so, I mean, it's, when it comes to marathon running, it doesn't matter what the weather is. You guys are running no matter
no,
what.
oh yeah, yeah, yeah.
Oh, geez.
doesn't matter. That's a few of the old club mates still. Yeah, very good people there
When did you know
in
that
that
you were
in
going to
that
get
post. So,
serious? Like, was it from the jump you were like, this is what I'm going to do?
uh, so just this race here. So this race is firmly burned into my memory. This is January 2014. And it was the coldest, wettest, most disgusting race I've ever had in my life. It was, I can't even. The wind chill in this race was awful in that one. This one here was when I decided I'm going to run 10k in less than 39 minutes. And it didn't work in early 2014. And I'm just going through the notions in 2014 of just getting used to running, getting used to fitness, training.
And it's all terrain. Like, this isn't just, you know, running down the street. This is, you look like you're running through the swamps here.
Yeah, this one's a cross country race that we did in 2014. And this is a recurring theme that in the photographs, I don't do photographs, I'm really sorry, but that's why we're a bit like a little bit on the photographs. Pretty much on most of them there, but that one was good. This one, yes, again, just 2014. This is in the summer now of 2014, so this is a lot better. This one here, yeah, that one's 2014 going through.
And then you started winning. I mean, or does everybody get like participation medals? What's the dish here that you're holding?
So the photo. So go back to the one with the dish. The three of us with the dishes. Yeah, this one. So this is in 2016. So this is me on the left, Ronnie on the me in the middle, Ronnie on the left, and James on the right. Club mates, absolute legends, and the three of us, I believe, had won our age categories for that 10k race. So in that race, I think I PB'd at 35, I think 35.50 a PB.
Jeez.
And James on the right won his age category, and Ronnie on the left won his as well.
And so for
So
training for something like that, like what is the training? Like, how long are you waiting for a race? Because I mean, I fought for several years, and in preparation for a fight, I mean, I would train for 6 weeks, 8 weeks to get my weight down, to get my, you know, my nutrients right, to get everything, every aspect of my body, trying to make sure that I don't have one extra piece of weight that I don't need. You know, are runners like that, where you guys are shaving off excess pounds or excess weight? I mean, as you get deeper and deeper into it, same with like racecraft, there's so many little things that people don't think about, you know, like to get into that kind of shape.
yeah, so this one here in 2016, that was when I just started going to college, I think, well, to uni, and that's when the running really started going. So I think it was on this was in, I think, October 2016. And yeah, that was kind of when it was starting to turn, and we were really starting to get into it, and I was really increasing in mileage. Up until this point, I've just been like doing 10Ks here and there, just races in general here and there, building it up, building into it. But then here, 2016 is when it started, and I was really building up the mileage. And I think at the end of 2016, I think I ran my first 100-mile training week
Holy
at the
smoke.
end of 2016. And I was kind of like, this is now the standard, because I was at uni. I was effectively a pro athlete, but not a pro, just living off student loans
Yeah.
at
Oh
uni.
yeah.
So like, I'm just like, I'm just gonna like, yeah, I'm loving it. I'm loving life as well.
Get all the
I'm a pro, but
recognition, no
not a pro.
paychecks. Yeah. Paying to play, man. That's the hardest part, is that kind of middle area where you're training like a world-class athlete, but you are eating off of a homeless budget. Like it's so much
Yeah.
time and energy goes into developing your body and I tell my kids, man, like, you have such a short window to do something special with your body before, you know, it
Yeah.
starts to break down. And as I started to get educated, you know, I got my master's in health and wellness, and I wanted to know, you know, what I was doing to my body, not just beating it into the pavement all the time. And I think once I learned to train smarter, and it was late, like it was as my brain developed, my body was breaking down. So I wish like my smart self had met my young self, because I would have made a lot better decisions.
Yeah, it's like that in when I was at university running 100. I think we got to 130 one week at uni. It was just it was running twice a day, once on Sundays. So it was like 8 miles in the morning, 8 miles in the evening. Training session Tuesday, long run Wednesday. It was non-stop hardcore. It was just non-stop the whole time that I was there doing these races. And I'd quite regularly do a 100-mile training week and race at the end of the week.
That's
I used to do that
wild.
quite a lot. And some of my PBs at the time came from doing that, of just doing 100 miles a week, going to a race on the Sunday and then just smashing out a PB.
That's
It used to happen quite
crazy.
a lot. I don't know how now, but it used to happen quite a
How
lot when I
old
used to
are
go
you
and do
now?
that. So I'm now 35,
What's the wear
and
and
I was
tear like on your body? Do how are your knees and ankles and Achilles and hamstrings and quad? Like, there's so many things that are going through my head. Like, that's a lot of trauma for a lot of years.
there's a bit now. So I used to get runner's knee quite a lot in the height of like marathon training. Uh, that's not as bad, but now I've got pings in my feet, so like little jolts of pain from time to time. So my left foot is where it happens quite a lot. So when I'm streaming, if I sometimes hit the brake really hard, my foot pings, and I'm like,
Ooh,
but
man.
but
So what are the best
I
shoes? This is something that actually, so what are like your go-to shoe? Cause we can go back here to the graphics. Cause in all of these pictures, like you have runner of the year 2, which definitely got to tell us about, but the best shoes, what are your go-to shoe?
or I have to say that there is a Swiss running shoe company called On, just On. So you'll see that in all of my pictures, most of them that were wearing these On running shoes in different colours, shapes, sizes, what have you.
I
I
noticed
used
that.
to wear their shoes all the time. There you go. There's some in that picture there, the On Cloud Surfers. So my local running shop used to sell these On shoes, and every like 3 months I'd go in and I would always buy the latest pair of On running shoes. Uh, they were about £130 a pair,
Yeah,
but with
those look
running
nice.
you get what you pay
On
for,
running shoes.
and
I need to
I
look into those.
wholly recommend them. The Ons, there was the Cloud Surfers, the Cloud Aces. I think I had a pair they were really flat, designed for 5K running, sprint racing. I had a pair of those.
And where's like the
I've got
most
more.
beautiful place you've ran? I'm seeing, I mean, in all these backgrounds, it looks like, location, but I mean, being in England and being around all that history, I'm sure a lot of these running trails go through just some immaculate places.
Yeah, there's a few. So where I'm from, there's quite a few local races that are really, really good to run that may come up in this as we go through. But I think looking now at Palma in Spain, that race has got a story. Fly when we get to that, and that's Verona in Italy. That race
That's
has got a story.
beautiful.
They've all got stories. These races they all have. But I think uh, I think racing abroad was some of the nicest places that I've been to run in. But there's definitely in the UK there's some absolute gems of 10Ks and 5Ks there and everywhere that you
Is
can
this
get to.
is this you out
There's
front
loads of
here
them.
on this one? 378?
Uh,
Ooh, where are you? Is that you?
so that's me, number 740 on that one with
740.
the bright coloured vest on at Verona in northern Italy, and then yeah, there's a few more
The next
there.
one at
So
the front of that pack.
yeah, so this one here is one of the races, one of the really good local 10Ks near where I live. So the chap at the front of that picture, the shortest chap, is called David Robinson. And David Robinson is very, very fast. So what you don't see here is on this picture, it's 2019, just around the corner at the 5K marker, there's a hill that drags on for quite a long time. And David was I think he was flipping sandbagging, to be honest, because we got to this hill and he just goes and goes, and I'm just. I've no words at all. He's absolutely shot off and left me for dead. And I think in the end, I finished in third in
What's
that
the
race.
competition like? Like when you guys are like, I'm thinking like elbows out, right? Like you guys literally, do
Oh
you
yeah.
guys get elbows out? Do you guys bump and touch? Like, what's the battling like? Do you get like dirty runners?
So we have all the running clubs round where I am. We have camaraderie. We know each other from the races. You know, we're very friendly to everybody. It's a bit like daily races on GT7.
That's
You've
what
got the
I mean.
camaraderie.
It seems like when I look at this picture, I see
Yeah.
daily racing.
Yeah, you got the camaraderie, but as soon as the gun goes off, that's it. The gloves are off. And what we tend so typically you work together up to a point because it helps you stay on pace with the race, but then you'll get to a point where one person will move in the group, then another, then another, then another, and that's it. It's every man for himself. And some of these races were absolutely awful, and these guys are fast. That
What are
the
some of
guys
the,
in
like the
that
dirty
picture.
tactics? Like brake
So
checking or
there's no like, it's not like not pushing and shoving or anything like that. It's just you know, at some point they're going to do something. It's just a case of who's going to do it and when are they going to do it. So usually about so in a 10k, about 5k in, somebody will make a very small move. They'll maybe move to the front of the group ever so slightly, but you know they've started. They've started the movement. The movement has begun, and then it's a
people
case
are
of
going to
right,
start just kind of
who's going to
cutting
move
in front of each
next?
other? That's funny. That's pretty cool, man. Do you guys, is there ever like trash talking?
No, but no, it's never do that. It's always at the end. Well, like GGs and the dailies, it's all, you know, good running. If the race went like wrong or whatever, which it does happen, it's just always a case of right, what happened? Have a chat about it. Go away. We'll see you at the next race. What race have you got coming up? Very
That's
quickly get
fascinating
over
to
it.
me.
Very quickly move on from it.
That's fast. So one of the things I was really excited when I got this chance to, you know, to do this interview, I was like, you know, people don't realize like how hardcore of an athlete like you really are and how hard that was, just to compete in that stuff. And I imagine, like, I did a lot of road work for MMA and wrestling and, you know, even just, you know, track, but it was a different body structure. Like I was trying to be, you know, strong and compact, and you know, so running really wasn't in the mix as far as long distance. But you know, I was a 200-meter, you know, sprint champion and a 4x1 sprint champion, and really loved going fast. But once I got into like road work, that's a whole different level of breathing. That's a totally different energy system. Like it's, and I just mad respect, you know, for you. And when I saw these pictures, I was like, dude, you're kind of hardcore, man. That's pretty crazy. Is that something do you do now for fun, or do you get into that, or is it, you know, how far away are you from that level of competition?
Uh, we're not as fit as we used to be in those pictures now. So I think 2022 was when it kind of started to taper off a bit with our feet mainly and just overuse injuries coming in. But I still have goals for the marathon in particular that I believe I can achieve. It's just a case of getting fit enough and being able to stay injury free to do it. So we're not doing as much, nowhere near as much now, but I'm not finished with it yet. I'm definitely not finished with it yet. And in running, some of the guys that I used to watch on YouTube and for after like advice and stuff, they were like in their 40s doing 220 marathons. So it's not over. It is absolutely not
That's what
over.
I'm talking about. It's not over. Heck yeah, man. That's awesome. So
Not over
let's
yet.
let's talk a little bit about we got some other cool stuff here. Just with kind of family. You got your two sisters out there. I think it's what, a younger sister and an older sister, or where do you fall?
So we have one like blood sister and then two half sisters. So one of my half sisters is a marathoner, like a runner as well. And then the other sister, so the So this one here is Rachel, my main sister,
And then we got the
and then
marathon runner.
so that's Rachel in that photo there, and then in the other photo, I think it's Helen that's in the other one. So she's a marathoner as well. This is Helen and a marathoner. That was 2018, I think. We both ran the same race, and we got third place, I think. So hence the bottle of champagne.
So
What was it? Bottle of
family,
wine?
so family
I
and
think it is.
running, and then family and trucking. You said one of the things, another passion that you had was kind of trucking with your dad. You said your dad was like all over the Middle East and doing a lot of crazy
Yeah,
jobs, like for 30, what was it, 35 years, 36 years?
about 30. Yeah, roughly about 35. About
Wow.
35.
Yeah, actually, that's something we share in common too. My whole family, my dad, my biological dad drove trucks, so as growing up, like early years around big trucks is a whole experience.
Oh, it is. Oh, it's definitely you see things, and it sounds like bad that you see things, but yeah, you do see a lot of things going on, and it's a good what is it? It's because I used to go in half terms and things at school, and it was a bit like so all of like everyone else just sat at home, whereas we're out in like Italy where these pictures are from the marble factory we used to go to, and
That's
it's
and
like
marble. So like,
blimey.
what kind of things was he hauling?
Uh oh god, that video. That I've got that in the cupboard. That video. That the artifacts. That oh look that video. Blimey. But so so started Middle East in the 1970s. I'm not sure what he was doing with that. Then he was doing kitchens. Yeah, kitchens in a suit and tie. Then we used to do when I came into it. He was doing what's he doing? Steel plates. So he used to go to the steel works in North Lincolnshire, load up the trailer with some steel plates. So yeah, the steel plate on the trailer, 45-foot long trailer, put a sheet over it, and then yeah, drive down to Italy and that thing there, the DAF that we used to go out in, and there we are. So yeah, so kind of like that. And that's in Switzerland, that one.
Big old
But
trucks.
yeah, and we used to go down to Italy. We'd go out on Sunday, deliver, aka tip, on Tuesday, Wednesday, and then reload granite marble from wherever. So Verona mainly. So all the marble quarries around Verona, down near Genoa as well. A place called Carrara. Used to go there as well.
Holy smokes! And then that. So was that before or after college?
Oh, this is I'm 11 at this
Oh,
point,
okay.
like
So real
11,
young.
11.
So
Yeah,
get through
oh yeah,
school, and then we get to college. And college is actually a really big deal for you. Again, being diagnosed with autism and kind of struggling with, with all the battles that you have to deal with that. Something that I'm familiar with too, working in behavioral health. So again, I commend you on being an awesome individual. But this was even more special to you because this kind of had ties with your grandma.
Yeah, it does a bit. Yeah, as much as far as I'm aware, and the as much as we know. So yeah, so yeah, so it's I don't know how it all kind of started really, because it's just like so I went to college after completely fluffing school, because it was like right, you need to learn how to read and write basically because you can't
It
just
looks like
you,
Hogwarts.
because you can't. Yeah, I'm really sorry about the photograph. My sister caught. She was like, "You're getting a photograph, if you like it or not," sort of thing. So the photos are not very good in terms of I don't do facial expressions at all well in like photographs and stuff like that. This photo here, I remember getting really annoyed in my head because the guy that was taking the picture was like, "No, your bottom hand needs to be in a certain place." Like, no, your hand needs to be here. And he was getting my hand like this and moving it up and down. I was like, "Just get off me," sort
Is
of
that why
thing.
the top
I'm
hand
like,
is like clenched? Like this is the best you're getting. Like this.
yeah, and it was like, so the top hat as well. I was just like, he's like, no. It needs to be like, just get off me. So, like, I'm not, I don't like it, but no, it was all for a very good cause. But yeah, so from college with nothing, because it turns out that one of the IT qualifications that I got was enough to get onto a foundation degree. many years later, and that's what got us on it. And then it just went from there. And we did our sports coaching degree at university, got our degree,
And how
and
is
there
that
you
like?
go.
Have you gotten into that kind of work, or how have you applied that?
Yes, I do coaching, TAing, teaching assisting, here, there, and everywhere.
Nice.
Then just I still don't know really how I managed to do it because I'm still thick as anything. I mean, but I don't know. I just put the effort in. I think all it was just putting the effort in, and I put the effort in, and yeah. So my
Sounds
sister
like
was kind of like, go to uni because you do running. In other words, go to uni because you're not sitting around all just doing running all the time,
yeah,
sort of
yeah.
thing. So
So
that was it.
going into college life. So and you're doing college life same time you're running, right? So that's kind of like
Yes.
running hand in hand, getting into work life, and then at some point, a couple years ago, you decide, hey, I'm gonna start a YouTube channel,
Yeah.
and here we are. So tell us a little bit about it was what 2023 you said, and that's kind of when sim racing with the wheel and everything started, and some of the same guys that we were all watching, Rory, inspiring everybody, like making it look easy. Like, tell us how that journey started.
I was just watching sim racing on YouTube. I mean, I'd always been binge watching YouTube for like decades of my life. So we were aware of all like Rory and all the other streamers that are out there as well, streaming like Jimmy Broadbent and what have you. So really, it's just a case of one day that I'm going to start a YouTube channel because I can. So got onto YouTube and
Exactly.
I talked to my friend, and I said to my friend about starting my YouTube channel, and they just says, "Well, go on then." They say, get on with it. Go on. What are you waiting for? Start a channel because it won't start itself, sort of thing. So, because like the thing is, though, is that I need to get pushed on quite a lot of things. So pushing to get into college, we got pushed again to get onto YouTube. But all good pushes in the end as we got onto YouTube, and I got onto YouTube and I thought, right, I've got this channel. What do I do with it? I've just made this channel. So I thought, well, Gran Turismo, a lot of guys like to stream that game. So got on Gran Turismo, got my PS5, and that was it. And that was literally it. So we built up a bit of a base. I started streaming a few months later, and it just went from there. And that's literally it. I just went from there. And the more that I did it, I started the facts that I'm sure will come out a bit later on, and people started coming in, started watching, and the subs started going up, and that's it. That's literally it. And here
Dude,
we are with my channel being nearly at again. I think we're at nearly 3K subs, and it's been like crikey, amazing that we've got the numbers that we've got on it. It's just like
yeah, it's
blimey.
like why do, especially when it starts out of just like, flame, like, I'm gonna do it just to do it, and then you realize like for me it was hitting, even 100 people, like, holy cow, like there's like 100 people to play games with now. Like, I going from not being such a because I'm not like super social. I like being home. I like being with my family. Small friend groups. But then I jump on this like social platform, and it's all these new friends and all these new people that, like right now, you got Tony and DCR, you got Moto in here and Rob, and you got all these people jumping in to say hi, Wone and Sim Racing are not like, how did you go from, kind of being this ISO person running by yourself and kind of doing everything to yourself to now you're on social media every, couple times a week with this big old community?
I think just natural progression, really, of just I think just life in general, the directions that life takes you on. I think, and I think that's just it. So the directions that we had with trucking, running, fitness, and now coming over to YouTube, and I think essentially applying our degree, knowledge, and skills to my YouTube channel because I make all my videos in a meticulous way that that what I used to do at uni. So if you ever watch the videos, that's why the videos are the way that they are.
Yeah. You got your own flavor. Yeah, it's same thing. Like in high school, I took graphic arts and I worked in a lapidary for a little while and I got good with graphics and I mean at least decent enough to know what something does. So now I can just YouTube it and be like, oh, because I know it does this. So let me just kind of figure out how to do it. I don't actually have to store the knowledge, but it's a lot of trial and error. It's a lot of trying to fix things and get things to work. And, you'll see somebody do something new. Is there anybody who inspires you the most? I know you had mentioned Rory, but are there so many other channels that, you look to for that kind of support?
Like there's a few outside of sim racing as well that so like in that I guess they also apply because of what I learned from them of just like the training principles that we bring over to YouTube and like I don't know just like discipline and things like that. So there's a channel, so a couple of people, so a running channel that I used to watch quite a lot, a marathoner called Sage Kennedy, who he's a Hoka sponsored athlete, and I used to watch his channel quite a lot for training advice, and just like, okay,
No, I'm still trying to talk to my kiddos. Like I said, we're live, man. Everything's happening in the background. But yeah, no, like inspiration channels. There's a lot of people that I turn to. I'll see somebody do something. I like recognizing when someone does something new. Like Moto's in here. His shorts, like he does a lot of awesome shorts, and he'll do like clips of like famous cutscenes and different songs and things like that. And I'm like, oh man, that's a new flavor. I noticed recently that I think, and I don't know who started it, but I know I've seen now, especially in the UK, like people are voiceovering their shorts, like they're doing the clip and they're like, so here's what I was thinking. I was going around this corner and this guy, like, and I'm like, oh, so now people are voiceovering their shorts. Okay. And then it's little intros or stuff like that. Like, and I've learned actually, and I was talking about this last night with somebody, like less is more. Like doing less with my channel, not having all the pop-ups and all the bells and whistles, doing less is actually more sometimes because it's about you, man. It's about you. How did you feel like when you started? Like, were you trying to like, oh, I'm gonna be me, or is RL250 gonna be like this version of myself that I want to be? Like, how did you battle with that jumping on camera the first time?
I just thought that, of course, you have ideas as to what you want to do on a YouTube channel. So just like even the little things like, "Hey guys, it's your boy here, RL250." I was like, "That's not me. We're not doing. I'm not doing that just because I don't like it. I'm not doing that. But that's it. No." So I just thought, really,
what's up, y'all? It's BKG.
Yeah, I'm not one of those people. So I thought we just have to be us because that's all we can be, and that's it. And I think the content is better for it. And I do get comments about talking like AI on my video. I'm just like, well, put it on mute then. It's like take the info that you want from it and off you go with it. Like, but and then that's it. And it works for me. So as long as it keeps working, I'll keep doing it, as in being me. And I've been through the whole as a younger child, as it were, trying to be different people to try and fit in. Doesn't work.
Yeah, just
and
be
now
you.
that I'm 35 years old now, and I think we've got to that kind of point where it's time to just be you. And
yeah, I'm not changing.
It right, if you keep it simple and do it well, as my uni tutor used to say to me, that's it. Your channel will take care of itself, and it will grow regardless of what you do to it. Just keep it simple and do it well. That's it. That is me. Very simple, very straightforward.
No, and it's something, honestly, man, that I'm seeing a trend here. Like the attention to, the articulate things, like the things that people don't think about when it comes into being an athlete. Like you decided, like, if I'm gonna do this, I'm gonna do it through to fruition. And I'm gonna do it to the best of my ability. And then same thing with your education. Like, it was, you did something that kind of the odds were stacked, or maybe there were naysayers or whatever. People like, oh, now you're gonna go to school. Like I remember going to college after being kind of struggling through the education system altogether, and my friends actually being the biggest doubters, like, yeah, I don't know, man, I don't know if you're gonna graduate. And that kind of like fueled me to do better. Same thing with the YouTube channel. Like, yeah, like, you know, if I hear a naysayer, it kind of like motivates me even more. But that attention to discipline is something that I seen, you know, being shown through, and we'll get to some of the pictures of your dad and the ship. But getting back to the rig real quick before we lose that, like you started on what you said, you started on just what, a Logitech wheel, and then because now you're into a Thrustmaster. So this rig that we're looking at now is actually the old rig.
Yeah, so it started when I built my computer. So my computer's down by the right-hand side there. I built my computer a few years ago, and then it was just a case of we put the rig together piece by piece. So this room that I'm in is it's a smallish box room, but I thought we can make this work. So we bought the PS5. Well, got the desk first, and then I bought the PS5. Then I bought a monitor, then another. I bought the speakers.
Can't have
I bought
enough monitors.
I just bought it all, put it all together piece by piece. I started with the Thrustmaster T248. Fantastic beginner wheel, thoroughly recommended. And then I got the TGT2. I think I got I got that about 2 years ago. The TGT2 that sits on there now. And the seats I got a few weeks ago. The RS12 GT Omega. That was
That thing looks
a
comfy.
lot of fun putting together. It took me about, because another problem that I've got is I'm no good at like DIY, and the seat took me 9 hours, and I've got no shame in saying that at all. It took me over 9 hours to build that seat. I got very annoyed at it. I got very frustrated at doing it, and it almost didn't get done. And in fact, there is quite possibly a screw missing underneath the seat. But
there's always extra screws. There's always
that's it. And also, I'm sat in it now. It's nice and secure. It ain't going anywhere. So until I get in it one day and I fall through the floor, I'm not changing it. That's it. So we are stuck in our ways with that seat. But yeah, so the seat itself, we had the RS6 before that, but I think the RS6 is discontinued now. I don't think they make it anymore at GT Omega, but I've got my spare one in the garage just in case.
There you go.
And then the pedals, my old pedals broke, so I bought the load cells just on a just because I need a new set of pedals. Amazon load cells. Okay, why not? I need pedals. Let's go for it. So. Yeah,
did you feel
pedals.
a major difference as you like have upgraded? Did you get faster, or like, because I mean, you're pretty damn quick already, and I mean, you're at that point now where you're starting to do, you know, kind of, you know, different content. Everybody's trying to figure out something to do on GT. You know, do I make how-to videos? Do I make, you know, like, what's your style now, and what kind of equipment, you know, do you feel like helped you get into where you're at now?
So when I first got the brakes, the load cells, they were really weird, and I remember saying on stream that these brakes are really weird, and I hate them because I don't do change very well either, which is another running theme of the things that we've done. So the pedals took quite a bit to get used to, but since I've got used to them from like 6 months of streaming, they are really good pedals that we've got now.
And now that you're comfortable, like, what's the content agenda now? Because you're, like I said, you're making different kind of content other than just dailies.
Yeah, so we make credit grind videos for earning money in the game. So I like building cars on the game. So like engine swaps, race cars, group 4 cars, group 3 cars, group 1 cars, and then doing tunes and car builds. And I really like doing them because I like to use different cars to make the videos with. Some of them are a bit like, here you go, here's a Group 4 car, jump in it, get the credits, done. Some of them are a bit more elaborate than that. And then some of them, it's like, right, engine swap, custom parts, wheel, rear wing, transmission, all the rest of it. But
that's the stuff that frustrates me so much. Like, my brain doesn't like to go and figure that out. I like to go to guys like you that have it figured out and then just copy paste. Like, oh yeah, RL said that this was a good build, so let me go try this out and see if it works for me. Because and I'll be restricted to what's available out there for like how-to videos. So thank God for guys like you that actually have fun doing that
Yeah.
stuff, because I can't do that. So now you guys know. If you guys want to go check out some build videos and like how-tos and some
Come and
engine
have a look.
swaps and things like that, come definitely check it out. So getting into you know, kind of the essentials for what you need to do all this, it's definitely a rabbit hole. Like I'm diving down this rabbit hole more and more, it feels like, every single month, with all the things that I keep adding to this hobby of mine that's turned into a
Yeah.
lifestyle. Like family support, and just kind of like acceptance. Like in your life, is everybody, you know, like good with racing and kind of what you're doing, or is it kind of like against the current?
No, it's all right, to be fair. Yeah, very supportive friends that, yeah, so right the way through. So, like, friends, I've got friends of like 20, 30 years. Yeah, just very supportive and everything. So, yeah, going through the running. Again, a bits with that of, oh, you're going to hurt your knees, you're going to do this, you're going to do that. And again, with like sim racing and, you know, some streams that are not particularly great because of the racing and things like that. And it's, you know, they just keep saying, well, you know, your next stream is whenever, just get on with it.
Yeah, and
And I think
that's
that,
the advice I'd like to hear.
and I think that's it. I mean, without some of my friends in particular, I don't think this YouTube channel would even be happening, or just like anything. I mean, they push us at times a hell of a lot.
Yeah. Oh yeah. No, without like Misa and without my family being like all excited about this every time I do it, like it would be hard. You know, I remember talking to Rory and hearing about, like, you know, one of his best friends was actually like the biggest naysayer in his inner circle that was telling him not to do this. And now he just celebrated what, 360,000 subscribers, you know,
Yeah,
5,000 people watching. Has changed his life, you know, and that's really like I guess the ultimate agenda. You know, if you're going to go down it that deep, like there is a blueprint for doing it. I think it also gives us a blueprint for, like, you know, us smaller channels, you know, the guys that are just kind of having fun being here. You know, there's kind of a blueprint for how to do it, with and coming up with something unique. So it's really cool to see every time I talk to somebody, like what they've done to create some kind of some forever content, some go back twos. And this is my little agenda of doing that with Behind the Wheel and talking to folks, is, you know, getting to know people, because I don't always get a chance to do that on my channel, like actually talking to people, because I think they're gonna leave. Like they're here to watch the game, and if I talk too much, they're gonna actually leave. So really, really awesome. Is there anything else like you got your mind sent to? Is there anything coming up like this year that you know got a goal, like I'm gonna do something different?
so is that on YouTube?
Yeah, or anywhere. Like, is there other platforms that you're doing?
I think just on YouTube of just carrying it on from where we are now. So there's always videos in the pipeline. There's always at least like 3 or 4 different cartoons on the go at the same time. There always is. So I think at the moment, in the immediate, of just carrying on posting out videos often, because they go out, they get views. Uh, they solve a very common issue of go and get money as fast as you can. That's it. That is the whole point of the videos. It's just literally get in the car, bank the money, job done. That is it, and that's the way that I make them. So keep doing
That
those.
was like the
I
very
enjoy doing
first
them.
thing I think I searched up, was like how to make $1 million quick, because I had no money. I couldn't buy anything. So I was like, oh my gosh, like I'm spending, you know, I remember going around like Daytona because it was like so easy. And I was like, oh, I get like
Oh
60
yes.
G's every couple minutes, you know. But then I was like, oh, these guys, you can get 1 million, get 250,000. But that's like, especially that beginner stuff. Do you consider yourself like a beginner still, or where do you kind of rank yourself on your racing journey? Are you where you want to be, or are you trying to get faster?
I, I think it's like what I said with running, is that as much as people used to say to me that, oh, you're an amazing runner, it's like, so yes, so in the context of like the running club, which is a very small circle, you can say yes, we are, but would go to these races like elsewhere in like UK and Europe or whatever and get absolutely battered, and it's a bit like, so I mean in the context of YouTube, I think, yes, I'm an A rank driver. I've got A plus main account on GT, but some days I don't feel like an A+ driver.
Yeah,
And
me
some
neither.
days I just think like I'm just sat here losing
That's
DR
why you
all
gotta
the
have
time.
fun doing it. Like, that's why you gotta
Yeah,
actually enjoy
it's
doing this.
towing the line. You've got to try when because obviously Gran Turismo 7, the DR is very central to the whole thing,
Yeah.
and you have to try and detract from the DR. I think, well, okay, DR's a DR, and just focus on how good you are at the game. And even I struggle with that as well. Even on a stream, on an account that I use purely for streaming, so just daily races on this account, so DR does whatever, I still look at it and go, oh, we're getting close to B. I was doing it on Monday. Oh, we're getting close to B rank on the account now.
It's
I've
a
got to get my
stress you
finger out
didn't
of it
know you're gonna
on the
have in
next
life.
stream. But
Oh
I
man.
don't, because it's another account and it doesn't matter. But even so, it's still, yes, it does, and it's just a case of it's the balance.
I've been
of
seeing
it,
that trend
really.
more and more. I've been seeing like guys creating lobbies where it's, you know, it's non-stressful racing. Like, hey, we're just hanging out. We got silly races. Like Hoxton was doing a bunch of silly races. I know like Sammy, he'll do like silly races. I think I've even seen like Rory do some, you know, some just kickback races, you know, and I find myself more and more enjoying actually hanging out, and my skills get better, but there's no stress to it. Like I hate having the stress of like, oh, if I do bad in this race, I'm gonna lose my
Yeah,
rank.
I think there's a comment that's just come in about combos from Yil, and that's exactly right. So, like this week, for example, Fuji
Yeah, Yil
International
does great
Speedway Group
combos.
4s. I'm a bit like, no thanks, not with that. So, and then Abu Dhabi this week. I don't even get me started on that. Please, we could take up the whole rest of the podcast for those penalties.
Do you have
But
like your favorites? What's your go-to? What's something you see and you're just like, oh
ew.
yeah.
I love a bit of Grand Valley Highway. I always will on the daily races, and any daily race that has got like Group 4 cars racing medium tires on a nice simple track. That's it. I'm in. But like Fuji, a track that requires precision, technicality, any kind of, like, I don't know, going above and beyond a little bit.
Overstimulated. Like,
Yeah, I'm
no,
a little
no,
bit
no.
like, I can do it, not a problem, no issue at all. But you get in a lobby with all of these really crazy fast drivers that just do it with their eyes closed practically, and it's a
Oh
bit
my
like,
gosh. Yeah,
no,
I've
I
actually
can't
been
do
kind of
this.
seeking out some coaching because I'm like, all right, you know, I think I've hit a ceiling for what my knowledge base is. I need more knowledge. I need to look at things a little bit differently. I need to pick somebody's brain to get some extra race crap because I'm at that point where I'm like, I'm hitting top 500. How do I get to the top 100 consistently? Like, what are these guys doing? What's the muscle memory I need to learn? What's the something in the neuroplasticity? Something. Teach me. So is there anybody you like look up to? Like, I know I can go to that channel and I can see what I need to do this week.
I watch the ghost cars. I think that's as much as I do. I watch the ghost laps of like the top guys on the qualifying rank leaderboards, and that's really, yeah, just watch their replays, and then just go practice it. I
Yeah.
do time trials sometimes. Like I'll sit here for like 2 hours and try and get a time, but not very often. And that's just because I get about an hour and I can't manage it. I have to get out and stop.
Yeah.
But
No, I like watching. I've been learning lately, just picking more brains. Like I've been watching a lot of DG Luke, like whenever he drops a video and just kind of, okay, here's how I should look at this. You know, I see guys like Sammy Snake that are freaking just lightning fast, you know, and just watching their pedal play and kind of the throttle control, and even watching Yil. Like Yil frustrates me because Yil seems like he's just doing it so effortlessly. Like he never really gets upset, you know. He's like just kind of, but he's lightning fast, and I'm like, damn it, Yil, now I gotta go chase another time. But shout out to Yil out here, Mr. GT7 out here, Rusty out here, some awesome folks that are showing up today. Really cool, definitely about the community. That's why we do these things live. I wanted to talk to you about your name because we always, at the end, we always try to talk about where the names came from. And I did, I thought it was like, letters, initials to name or something, but no. This is actually really good stuff. So I'll let you have the floor and explain to us what RL250 is.
If we must, right? If we're gonna have to do this, we're gonna have to do it. So right, right. A few years ago on Xbox Live, 19, 20 years old, in our old gaming clan, gaming for 9, 10 hours a day, doing nothing else with our lives. I made a bet with a friend to change my gamer tag, and he said, "Well, what to?" And I thought of rampant laxative, and he said, "Mate, do that, do it now, and you're a legend." Go on, then. So I went on to Xbox dashboard. I paid about £6.99, about $10 to change my gamer tag to rampant laxative, all one
Rampant
word,
laxative.
capital R, capital L. I was paying money to do it, and I went back and said to my friend, "There you go, I've done it." And he said, "You are a living legend," and that is all I got for it. Just that one message to say you are a living legend.
That is amazing.
So
that is amazing.
That's how we came to be.
The things
and
we do for the
250,
small trophies. Yeah, the 250 is what, just because it sounds good?
Yeah, it's got a ring to it, RL250. So I thought, right, we'll bang that in YouTube. And then I realised after starting the channel that Suzuki have got a trail bike or dirt bike, whatever it is, called the RL250.
So now you guys know every time you say RL250, you're saying rampant laxative 250.
There you go. That's
I love it. I love it, man. That's awesome. That's awesome. So hobbyist, so sim racing obviously has now become, a huge part of your life with the community, the channel, educated man, sports. You've had other hobbies, obviously. You've collected a whole trophy case full of medals and things that you've done. One of the things that I wanted to show you, because you get this from, I would be safe to say you get a lot of this from your dad. You get a lot of what you do from your dad. And your dad was somewhat of a hobbyist as well. Close attention to detail. We have actually a model that he built. This was the Parma, right? That I believe.
Yes.
And this was actually on display in a museum. So when you're asking yourself, like, where did a lot of these characteristics come from? The hobbyist and the detail-oriented thinker and just someone who excels. You get this from your dad.
Yeah, so that's the ship that sits behind me on the streams at my view and subscribe account cover. But so the cabinet that the ship is in, the square cabinet, the box, the glass cabinet that it's in, was built with the ship, and then the cabinet that it sits on was built, I think, about 6 or 7 years ago.
Wow.
For it to go on, but yeah, that's the ship. There it is.
How long did that take to? How long did something like that take to make?
It took over 3 years to build, and it was built in the garden shed at the bottom of our.
Wow.
There's my dad with the ship in the museum. That's 2016. That picture.
And why the ship?
I think he just saw it one day and thought, "I'm going to build it," and that was literally it. So I've seen the ship and I'm going to build it, and that I mean, I think he's built more since, because he moved to Canada when he retired, and he's built more ships since being in Canada. So the Palmer's not the only one. There are other ships as well, but the Palmer's the most significant one that we have.
That's pretty amazing. Pretty amazing. I've always wanted to like build like a boat in a bottle, with like tweezers and stuff, but I really think that I would get frustrated. Like, I am a DIY guy. I like to do things, but I don't like to do little micro things like that frustrate my fingers.
Yeah, I think I was about 3 when he was building it, but I was told that when he was doing things like the rigging, there was a lot of shouting coming from the shed when he was doing that, and so it wasn't just like get it out the box, put it together, and that's it. It took a lot of effort. So yeah, it's with us now.
So where to now? What's the ultimate goal? Are you reaching for a milestone now? I know 3K is right around the corner. That's a really big milestone for a lot of folks.
Yeah.
But where's the channel going? Are you going to try to get faster? Are you going to try to do different content, more content, do the same thing and just see where it goes?
I think again, just keep it simple and do it well. So keep enjoying it. There's no immediate plans at the moment to deviate from the content. We'll just keep doing it until I guess it doesn't work anymore. The videos and whatnot. But yeah, just keep growing and see where we go. And that's literally the plan. And see what happens and how it grows, how many more new people come in. And yeah, just keep enjoying or not enjoying listening to me babbling on about this, that, and this, that, and everything else that we tend to get carried away with. Just keep enjoying it.
Well, you brought in some cool folks. I think just the vibe, just hanging out, it's awesome. And it's almost a relief sometimes when there's no like mission here. It's like, hey man, I'm hanging out, playing some games. You want to come hang out? Want to jump in some lobbies, do some races? Yield's in here, Horn of Plenty. I see you. What's up? Stampy's up in here. Stampy's been here for a while. Chris Wood, I saw him way in the beginning, so it's great to see you. Thank you, Rob. I appreciate you for the dono, the membership gift, and everybody who stops by. I kind of want to give you the floor for a minute to maybe we can open up if the community's got some questions for RL. If anybody wants to chat, but just kind of take some time to chat to community real quick because we do it for them. And we got a good group of people in here.
Well, I guess above all else, big thanks for coming in and popping into my streams when we're on. If you're about, much appreciated. Keep saying it as well, that it's always very much appreciated, everyone coming in and supporting the channel on the streams and whatnot. And yeah, enjoy listening to me babbling on about this, that, and everything else as well. And I guess another reason that we do it is to find other like-minded people. I'm very fortunate to find some very good people who are in the chat now on here, and other people that are about the place as well, and to connect with them. And yeah, that's pretty much. The trouble is, I'm very good at this sort of thing where people put me on the floor. It's a bit like
It's funny
rabbit
what
in headlights sort of thing. But
it's funny when I talk to people and they're like, "Man, I'm nervous to get on there, man." I'm like, "You do a YouTube channel, like," and it's funny because it is.
Yeah.
This is a unique experience where now that I've done like 28 episodes of this, I kind of just hop in. But in the beginning, man, I used to be so nervous, kind of leading up and not sure how much time I need or what to do with my hands, like always it's always an adventure. Every single episode has its kind of uniqueness to it, and issues that happen in the beginning where they can't find sound or whatever it is. Yil is asking, are you going to the Frankfurt Expo?
As it stands, yes, we will be. I'll be working on that as we go through the year. We've got October, so loads of time to get ourselves over to Frankfurt.
Man, is it going to be a big one? I'm sure. I know the expos over there are a lot bigger than the expos we have here.
Yeah, the Dortmund Expo was really good, but the Frankfurt one is apparently going to be bigger. So there's going to be loads of things at Frankfurt. I think Frankfurt is a bit further south than Dortmund, so a bit further to go. But
sure, there's going to be a bunch of legends there.
Oh yeah, there'll be loads of people there.
What do you think average the championship track limits on C? What do you think of, I guess, the new track limits on C?
I think my Wednesday live stream summed it up, to be honest, about what I thought about them. I mean, I think actually, so I've never said before, I don't think I've ever said the word ridiculous before on a live stream until Wednesday.
I've seen some complaints.
I've seen 6 races on that stream, and it was a penalty in every single one. And on some of the corners, it was like 0.5, 1 second, 1.5, 2 hat tricks. I'm just thinking.
Yeah, they got tired of people cheating. They were calling that out when they launched that track, and everybody was all over the place. They said it's gonna change, and it's gonna get real tough. And sure enough, just like people call it out. They're you got the new Porsche out, and then they're gonna nuke that. And but right now it seems like everything is a Porsche Cup. Everybody's driving the same car.
Oh yes, the Porsche Cup in Abu Dhabi, but those penalties, crikey.
Mm-hmm.
But
Mm-hmm.
I think again, I think I said this on stream as well. You know where the limits and you know what you're doing, you're fine. But obviously we didn't at the time, so that was
Yeah, you got a
quite
lot of
possibly
people who
why.
are
Yeah.
trying to erase bad habits right now for sure.
So yeah, so that's why I was going and putting my arms in the air on the stream and going, "What? 3 penalties in a row, really?" That's just because I'm not putting the car on the right part of the track because I don't know it because I've not learned it enough. So yeah, it's kind of on me of just kind of accepting that this is how it is
When are you
and
going to be
working
racing
with what we
again?
got. We're streaming again probably Monday. We'll have a look at
Monday.
the new dailies
Heck
on
yeah,
Monday.
man. Well, thank you, man. I'm so grateful for you coming out. It's been awesome. I feel like we've kind of come up in the same class again the last, 2 years. It seemed like there's been a lot of channels that have jumped up. I think, I think GT is at its peak popularity right now. Guys are showing that, you can be on GT and have a really successful channel. Are you venturing out into any other games, or is it going to be just GT for a while?
I think in terms of YouTube, just GT7.
And then you're
But
doing like the
yeah.
Euro Truck Simulator as well, kind of on the
Oh
side.
yes. Oh yes, love it. Absolutely love it. Love Euro Truck. Oh, it's brilliant, fantastic. I do a big fan of that, and I do put a quite a bit of effort into Euro Truck with modding, and
Oh,
I
I
make
definitely
skins
think
for
you
it.
should show us one time. You should come on stream and show us your Euro trucking.
Yeah, the thing is, the game, because I use a lot of map combos,
Ah,
so the game is very meticulously put together, as in it crashes quite a lot. So I have to make sure that all the mods are working in
that's the
the right
reason why
order.
I stick to the console, man. I
So
love
yeah,
my
the console's easier.
trusty dusty PS4, PS5. It does
The
its job
console's a lot easier. With
for sure.
ETS2, I think on its day, that ETS2, I think it's brilliant. I mean, I spend hours on it on weekends, just like trucking with all the truck skins that I've made for it as well.
Hell
So
yeah.
but yeah, I put my dad's truck in the game just because you can
Yeah,
do
you saw
that.
that. You made like an
So
exact replica. And that's
yeah,
simulation, man. That's the greatest thing about simulation. And actually coming from this last expo, we had the flight simulator out there and seeing all these like old graybeards, man, just coming in and being so excited to feel this feeling when you're I think you get to a certain age where you're like, even me right now, I'm like, I don't need to ride my motorcycles the way I rode them. I don't need to do things the way I did it because I'm running out of time on this planet. I'm trying to, I'm trying to enjoy some things. But when I get in the simulator, I can go as fast as I want to go. It ignites the kid in me, and I think it'll be, I think it'll something that'll be in my life for quite a long time.
I think so with me. So like, on Euro Truck in particular, I sit here and I tend to get like animated when I'm doing, because just because it's just, again, it goes back to how having done it in real life. So I've done it in real life. I've experienced it, the camaraderie of meeting people and other truckers and whatnot, and we've been there. And on Euro Truck, it's just like, oh, this is amazing. The only gripe I've got though with Euro Truck is that the map isn't entirely correct on some of the routes that we used to do.
Oh, that's
So
funny.
I have a little bit of an issue with it, but that's a me problem. That's not a game problem. It's just a bit of an issue that I've got with it personally from where I used to go. But I love it. Absolutely love it. I will just spend hours and hours just trucking
Yeah,
on there.
we just got because we got the motion rig and we just got the um, roller coaster VR game, and the kids and me, we've just been running the roller coaster for like the last 2 days, just and it's funny. I'm like, I should stream this, but it's
Yeah,
awesome. It's good to have those things that you do just for yourself though. And that's super important because we do a lot for everybody else. And your channel has been an awesome ambassador to the game and being a content creator and just being here and genuinely enjoying it. So I truly appreciate you and guys like you that are just for the community. I appreciate our community, everybody who jumped in today to see you, man. I think you're definitely well received.
yeah, it's much appreciated as well. And again, I'm not really any good at at receiving feedback on anything really, but no, it's very much appreciated. And yeah, do it for the fun and make the videos that we make.
Oh yeah, man.
And again, as I always say, that is literally it. The channel is the channel. That's what you get. Literally what you get when you come on the streams, and there we are giving forth about who won this race in 1995 because I've seen a corner from the daily race, or someone's punted me off, and I'm like, oh yeah, Senna did that in 1989 at Suzuka, sort of thing. That's it. That's literally it. That is what you get with me, and I think that's the way it will always be.
Yeah, I definitely think
No
for race
plans to
fans,
change.
there's a couple of guys I like to see you get in an argument with about just F1 knowledge and like history of the sport, but it's definitely something I keep in mind when I want to learn. And definitely I enjoy your posts, and just even learning about little random history tidbits, and I definitely need to read some of the books and watch some of the documentaries. So if you have anything that you think is uniquely cool, definitely send me a link every once in a while.
I've got loads of stuff. Oh, crap. I mean, I've got so many autosport magazines, a magazine in the UK that I used to collect, and I used to read them all literally cover to cover when I was like 8 or 9 years old, and then go to school and embarrass myself at school going, oh yeah, the Grand Prix at the weekend, Mika Hakkinen got pole position by 0.7 tenths of a second over
And
Michael
people are like,
Schumacher
what?
because, and they're going, what? I'm just, well, this is important to me.
Well, here it
But
matters, and in this
it's
community, it definitely matters.
but it's understanding that it's not necessarily as important to other people. It just again, it comes from the way that we are, and even at 35 now, nearly 36, we still do it, and I still get carried away. But this is it. I wasn't change who I am really. I think that this is it, and we go on as we are.
Yeah,
Carrying it
100%,
on.
man. 100%. Well, I look forward to seeing you out on the track, man. I look forward to seeing you out in the community. Thank you so much for being here, man. I will I know it's getting late for you. It's probably about 9 o'clock, right? So it's like two in the afternoon,
10
9
to
for you.
9 in the UK, 10 to 9.
Heck yeah, man. Thank you so much. I appreciate you, RL250, man. And I look forward to chatting it up with you. Stay in contact, and I'll probably see you Monday when you stream.
Yep, thanks for having me on.
All right,
Thoroughly
bro.
enjoyed it. Much appreciated.
Heck yeah, man. Appreciate you, brother. Thank you.
Thank you.
Holy smokes. Another man. What's crazy is that I was making the little PNG that I do for the episode, and I was like, episode 28. Like 28. That's and I knew early on. Let me tell you something, a little secret. Early on that I knew was gonna be important in this behind the wheel journey. And it was when I started this, I wanted to start with the right person. So Papa was clearly the first person I wanted to interview. Definitely helped me out so much in the beginning. A person that I gave me a lot of momentum, brought me into a community, you guys, and all the PhD. Shout out to those guys. I can't wait to go check out the highlights of the World Series, but bringing me into that group, really awesome. Had to start with Papa, but going through and talking to all the people that I've talked to and figuring out who I wanted to talk to and what stories I wanted to tell and why their story mattered. And it was really early on that I was like, everybody's story matters. Every single person. It doesn't matter if you got thousands and thousands of subscribers, and we had Rory on here, which was awesome, but it didn't mean because I got Rory, now I got to constantly go after Super. And I've asked Super, I definitely would love to interview him. And there's a lot of other people that I would love to interview, but getting to know RL and getting to know the person behind him and the grind and the struggle he went to, like when I see him pop up now, like, it always matters to me. Seeing Grim today even jump in, I was like, oh man, I haven't seen this. Seeing Hogston's, new posts and just watching all of you guys, it's really cool because what I've tried to do here is bigger than the channel, is bigger than the game. It's about relationship building, and I want everybody in my community to know channels that I spend time on and people that I think are cool people and why they're cool people. And we don't always get a chance to do that when we're gaming. So again, I don't know what it's going to lead to, but I have a lot of fun doing it. I appreciate everybody who came out, Gil, Stampy, Mr. GT, Arnott, Chris, all the awesome people that came out, Sparkles, Horn, thank you for being here. Chris, thank you for what you do and helping out and being a great moderator. Wone, Sebastian, anybody else who comes across this, Rusty, all you guys that, you know, I didn't get a chance to thank. RL250 is a great guy, awesome person, really awesome to interview him. But until next time, y'all, I think it's that time. Viking King is going to be out. Peace, y'all.
Through the turns, glory's real. Behind the wheel, we feel the thrill. Papa's house, the crown shines bright. Crazy lanes in the dead of night. Austin GT and Rick B's rain. Grim and the crew driving it insane. Erratic twists and Marley's groove. With Nani's grace with every move. Jackal flies and jesters grin. This is the race where we all begin. C20 way, birds the track. Touchies roll, there's no going back. Worries pace and TQ stride. Nil and digit, the kingdom's pride. Papa's house, the crown shines bright. Crazy lanes in the dead of night. Austin GT and Rick B's rain. Grim and the crew driving it insane. Legends carved on asphalt's face. Racing royalty holds the space. We honor them, we join the scene. Our favorite racers, the speed supreme. Erratic twists and Marley's groove. Naughty's grace with every move. Jackal flies and jesters grin. This is the race where we all begin. Erratic twists and Marley's groove. McNaughty's grace with every move. Jackal flies and jesters grin. This is the race where we all begin. Insane. 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 Driving insane. Lunatic twists and Marley's groove. McNaughty's grace with every move. Jackal